Killing of Tamanagasura. Okay, we'll discuss about, I think it is better we'll discuss about KΑLIYA. Yes. Sukadeva Swāmi narrating 10th canto, 6th chapter. Krishna chastised the serpent KALIYA. KALIYA was staying within this lake for a long time. So, with his family, his wives, there belongs to like a Nagalokas. Those are staying in Nagalokas. They know siddhis. They can change their forms. Sometimes they can assuming human forms. And they have also siddhis. They know siddhis, ashta siddhis. You understand? Siddhis means perfections, mystic perfections they have. Those are staying in Nagalok. So KALIYA, because he was staying with his family members, big group, he was staying within these lakes. And Brajavasis, they are always facing problems. One jojan, how can you say? One jojan, how many miles?
8
9, huh? 9 miles. 9 miles. Even you cannot find a green grass. Such poisonous effect. Always. And cows, they have no chance to drink water. Gopis, they are not coming here. Everyone wants KALIYA is there, KALIYA is there. So Krishna will want to kick out KALIYA. Because KALIYA is staying here in Vrindavan and creating disturbances, creating problem for Brajavasis, problem for cows. So Mahārāj immediately asking this question: how KALIYA came to Vrindavan? Especially Vrindavan is a place of Krishna's place. Why KALIYA came here? Sri Rajovacha kathamanta jale agadhena grunat bhagavan nahim sabe bahujagamba samjatha siddhi viprakatyatam. King Mahārāj King Parikshit inquired, your old learned says, please explain how the Supreme Personality of Godhead chastised the serpent KALIYA with the unfathomable waters of the Jamuna, and how it was that KALIYA had been living there for so many years. 2 questions actually. Looks like 1 question, actually this is 2 questions. How Krishna chastised KALIYA? And why he was living here? For so Bahut Jugambasam. Many yugas he was staying here. Why Parikshit Mahārāj asking? It looks like a small question. Actually, it is not a small question. Parikshit Mahārāj is hearing very, how can you say, rapid attention. You want to know some secret is there. Otherwise, in Krishna's dham, why such a furious snake is living? There must be some leela behind it. Krishna's abode means place of enjoyment, place of blissfulness. Krishna's place. Such a poisonous snake, and nature is very furious nature. So why he is living here? How he came here? And how Krishna chastised him? Please explain. Brahman Bhagavatastasya Bhumna Suchandavartinam Gopalada Charitam Gopalodara Charitam Kastrupte Amruta Jusan. Parikshit Mahārāj shortly will describe all these things. Actually, Parikshit Mahārāj developing such a hankering only for hearing Krishna Katha. Only he is developing his hankering. How to hear Krishna Katha more and more and more and more. Why? Why he is just developing his hankering for Krishna Katha? Actually, you can fix your intelligence. It is called abes. I don't know the English term. Abes means you can say like your mind, your senses, your intelligence become one, in one line. You understand? You can focus when you are hearing. When you are chanting, you see your mind going here and there. When you perform other services, but hearing is more effective. If you hear properly from bona fide source and from actually saintly persons, immediately the abes comes means sense, mind, intelligence, everything becomes spiritualized. And you can, and immediately you will develop, oh, I want to make some relationship with Krishna. I want to make some relationship with Krishna. What is our constitutional position? We want to establish our relationship with Krishna. And this hankering comes only by hearing. And by hearing, in another commentary, Vishwanath Chakravarti mentioning, why hearing is necessary always. By hearing, many points are there. Many points. Another thing, sometimes we are thinking, I have no fault. Okay, if I have no fault, why I am not advancing in Krishna consciousness? Why higher taste is not coming? Sometimes it is difficult to recognize what is my fault. Understand? We are chanting, we are performing seva, we are continuing our devotional practice, but still we don't know why we are not progressing, why taste is not coming. These subtle anarthas, very difficult to realize where anarthas. But when you hear these things, immediately, Supursal is there, the Bhagavatam. So only by hearing, Supursal will, if you hear with rapid attention, in simple heart, Supursal will give you the indication, this is your fault. This is called, in Sanskrit, Antakarana dosha nivrityartham. Antakarana dosha nivrityartham. In Antakarana, in our subtle heart, in our heart, subtle anarthas are there. Very difficult to recognize all these things. Very difficult to recognize. Only by hearing, because we are not hearing from a person. You understand? We are not hearing from a person. We are hearing from Acharyas. And we are hearing from Parampara systems. We are hearing from Bhagavatam. Just like when clean water coming through the pipe. One pipe is there. You understand? One pipe is there. Supply. Water is supplying through pipe. Water is clean. So you can drink nicely. Only pipe's duty, pipe is just supplying water. Pipe is supplying water. He is not producing. He is supplying. Sadhus, he is just like pipe. And just like pipe is connected with the reservoir, Sadhu is connected with the parampara systems. And his heart, his mind, his senses, everything is pure. Therefore, pure knowledge is coming. Bhagavad descending. Tattva-jnana descended. By studying Bhagavatam, by practicing all these things, you can achieve knowledge. But not Tattva-jnana. Tattva-jnana descend. Tattva-jnana means all the secrets. What are the secrets? It descend. This knowledge appeared through parampara system. If you are clean, you are dedicated, your heart is clean, you are surrender, you have no other desire, you want to please Guru and Krishna, then Tattva-jnana descend. So, why Parikshita Maharaj always requesting, O Brahman, the unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead freely act according to his own desire. satiated when hearing the nectar of magnanimous pastimes, he performed as a coward boy in Vrindavan. Why is Sukadeva Goswami saying like that? Parikshit Maharaj saying like that. Actually, all these leelas, when he was hearing, it looks like nectar. Nectar. By hearing, you can establish your eternal relationship with Guru and Krishna. Therefore, our process, important is hearing. More you hear. Pravishya karnarandrena swanabhava sararuha. Dhanoti samalam Krishna sarilasya yatha sarat. First canto. Just like after, how can you say, after rainy season, which season comes? After rainy? Autumn. Autumn season came. When autumn season came, the influence of autumn air is so, how can you say, influence air. Have such a nice quality just by touching the water, because you know in rainy season water become muddy. But this air has such a influence. When this air touches the water, the dust particles, the muddy waters, the muds go down automatically. Not filter required, not some machine or not some chemicals is required to filter it. This is first canto. Pravishya karnarandrena swana bhava sararam dhanoti samalam Krishna sarilasya yatha sarat. Just giving the example. Like autumn air, just by touching the water become purified. The dust particles, the muds, this go down. And Pravishya karnarandrena, the Bhagavatam is like that, just by hearing, touching. Like Gurudev is saying, if you are simple, when you hear, you just allow this Krishna katha. The person is not saying, he is not saying. Who is saying? Sukadeva Goswami is saying. Sukadeva Goswami is saying. Bhagavatam is saying. Parampara Acharya is saying. Prabhupada is saying. So if you put on preaching faith, Swana Bhava Sararuham, Chakrabarti in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in that commentary is saying, Krishna katha is so releasable. Just by hearing, when you allow Krishna katha to your heart, bhav. Only by hearing you can achieve bhav stage. He's saying like that. Everything. By hearing. Then Parikshit Maharaj knows this thing. They were repeatedly, from every corner, Sukadeva wants to speak. He wants to speak for 7 days. Actually, he was continuing, he was preaching. But Parikshit Maharaj's intention was how to ask question. Why? He was fearing maybe Sukadeva Goswami will stop Krishna katha. Maybe. I cannot say 7 days you just speak of Krishna katha. He is independent person. When someone asking question, you have to give answer. He knows this trick. He knows the trick. Therefore, sometimes you can find in first canto question, he was hearing something in first canto, but asking question in second canto. Sometimes hearing topics from 9th canto, but asking this question in 10th canto. He was hearing, he was releasing, but he have this mind. In his mind, he have this idea, okay, I hear in 3rd canto these things. So now I have to ask again question. Because if you will ask question, Sukadeva Goswami is bound to give answer. So Krishna, by this way, Krishna Katha will come. I will hear. Knowingly he is asking. So why KΑLIYA, how KALIYA, Krishna chastised KALIYA, and why KALIYA was living for many years, how he was living in many years. But actually, how KALIYA came to Vrindavan. And although Krishna is independent, he is saying here in this verse, Udara Charitam. Krishna is independent, his Leela is independent. When you are hearing about snake, anyone hearing about snakes, even you see the picture of snakes, you know sometimes in India, in Orissa people are playing with plastic snakes. Huh? If you throw plastic snakes, even you will run away. Oh, snakes. His form is furious, but this is Krishna. He want to play with snake. Still is Krishna. Still he is just releasing. What sort of Leela this is? Udara Charitam Gopala. And when he was playing with snake, with KΑLIYA, he was Gopal. He was covered by, not as Supreme Personality of Godhead, a small boy. Just dancing. He is dancing on the hood of Krishna. Hey KALIYA, this is Krishna. But I want to release this is called nectar, always saying, Amrutam. Gopala Udhara Charitam Kasya Truptam Mruta Jusad. Is there anyone, like Prabhupada mentioning here, who would be satiated when hearing the nectar of magnanimity he performed as a coward boy in Vrindavan? Why always, yesterday we were discussing these things in Oriya. Why always we were saying nectar, katha amruta, Bhagavad katha amruta, katha Krishna katha is nectar. Nama amruta, full name is as nectar. Charana amruta, Charana amruta. Always you see in our parampara, with all these transcendental paraphernalia, we are always adding amruta, amruta, amruta. Actually, this is nectar. Like when your body became poisonous, if you are infected by snakes or some poisonous, even food poison or medicine, something poison. So then what to do? First, just remove poison. Remove poison. There is some medicine or some processes there, you can remove your poison from your body. Huh? But what sort of poison is there? You can't give up it. Material enjoyment is poison. Is poison. Hari Hari Visaya Vifale Janama Guailu. Manusya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Nagbhajiya Janiya Suniya Visakailu. Knowingly we are eating, we are drinking poison. Knowingly we are drinking poison. Why? We are not chanting Radha Krishna. We are not chanting, we are not lamenting. Who is lamenting for us? If Acharya is lamenting for us. You are not chanting, you are thinking, I have no problem. But when you are not chanting, when you are not performing Radha Krishna's bhajan, you are drinking poison. You are drinking poison, especially in human form of life. Manusya janama paya Radha Krishna nabhujya. Janiya sunya. Knowingly, no one can drink poison. Knowingly, anyone? No, very dangerous. No one can. Who will dare? Knowingly or unknowingly you can drink. Knowingly. So where poisonous effect is there, first you have to remove it. But all these material thoughts, material ideas, material consciousness, what to do? Actually, Krishna created this varnashram system for that purpose. Krishna knows most of the people they are attached to material objects. They cannot drink all these nectars, Krishna katha, nama, kathamruta, namamruta. They can't. They have no power. They are attached to material objects. Therefore, varnashram system is there. Okay, you want to marry, just go. But be sure, if you don't follow Acharya system, if you don't chant Hare Krishna, if you don't serve Radha Krishna, then same effect, poisonous effect. Who may be? Whoever he may be. He may be brahmachari, he may be grast, according to varnashram system. Whoever he may be. When you are forgetting Krishna, not serving Krishna, not chanting Krishna, it's poisonous effect. Therefore, when poisonous effect is there, first you have to alive yourself. You understand? If poisonous effect will come, you will die. Just alive. Live. You have to live. You have to keep your life. You want some strength. You want some strength. Actually, mental strength is not strength. When you develop enzyme propensity, all these things, always thoughts, hankering, always thought for the future, material hankering increasing more and more, so many thoughts, so many nasty thoughts, always day and night what to do. Precarious condition, so precarious condition he knows. So Parikshit Maharaj knows very well, although he was devotee. From mother's womb he already saw Krishna. But just in between, in young age, he was devotee, still he was ruling as a king. Now he realized, still in material world some poisonous effect is there. Now I am actually drinking the nectar. Many times you can see in Srimad Bhagavatam, he always saying, I am drinking nectar. When Parikshit Maharaj is hearing Krishna katha, he was saying, I am drinking nectar. You are hearing, not drinking. When you want to drink, anyone can drink through ear. Sometimes someone can drink through nose. The yogi is there practicing, or someone is practicing, they're drinking through nose. But you cannot find some term, some person who is drinking through ear. But Parikshit is saying, I am drinking nectar through ear. Actually, the poisonous effect of material things, just by hearing Krishna katha, he was realizing, actually this is nectar. And by hearing all this influence of poisonous effect of material things, it's gone. You cannot kick out your material thoughts, material ideas, material consciousness by other process. You try. Already it wants to attack you. You understand? It will attack you. You don't want, but it will come. And only by hearing. When you hear, just kick it out. You can get strength, you can kick it out. Nityam Bhagavata. Why saying Nityam Bhagavata? You want every day, just your cloth is there, every day you should clean. If you clean every day, then it is easy for cleaning. Even no soap is required, you can wash it. But if you every day not clean, then soap is required and cloth became weak. Yes, because you are not cleaning properly. The dust particles is going inside. Same. Daily hearing, everyday hearing, it means daily you are cleaning. You are not allowing your consciousness to be polluted. Material thoughts is coming, immediately you are cleaning. You are cleaning. And if you don't hear from, then it's stuck. It's stuck. You know, sometimes your cloth, it becomes too muddy. You are not washing for long time, and you are using some soap, and if you tightly or very rigidly, strongly rub it, then it will come. Yes, this will happen. When you continuously don't hear, only you are alone, you are not performing some spiritual activity, especially hearing, then many thoughts will attack you. Many thoughts. Thoughts about material life, thoughts about spiritual life, and always feel hopeless, what to do, what not to do. Yes, Parikshit Maharaj even knows. Even he want to forget death. He want to forget. He was preparing, let death should come, and in such a way, even I will merge in Krishna katha, so I want to forget about death. You see, now everyone reminding death through this corona. Now everyone reminding death. But Parikshit Maharaj, death was sure within 7 days, but he want to forget death. He said, death is sure. I am not worried about death. I want to hear about Krishna. I want to remember about Krishna. And he was realizing that one when he was hearing from Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, repeatedly asking question. I want to march in Krishna katha. Death, forget about death. Same influence. Now death is coming, we are thinking about death. Like some Some problem is coming about death. Oh, this virus is coming, this is coming, this is coming. We are thinking about death. When this problem is not there, when another material problem is there, same thought is coming. Oh, I have this problem, I have this problem, I have this problem. Material problem have same influence. You understand? Same power. Like someone is poor, he is struggling for money. His suffering is the same. Someone is very lusty, he is just suffering in lust. Same influence. Suffering is same. It looks like different. Same suffering. Poisonous effect always. Always poisonous effect. So Parikshit Maharaj knows this trick. Actually, he was a realized person. When he was hearing, he realized, oh, this is life. I was a king, I had queen, I had a nice son, and my kingdom and my ministers, my citizens, everyone. You don't think they are bad. No. Good citizens. Ministers, they like Parikshit Maharaj so much. Brahmins like. Son is very dear. Therefore, son wants to perform another sacrifice to kill all the snakes. When Parikshit Maharaj left body, he developed such a bow. He said, no, I want to finish all the snakes. Because my father was bitten by snakes and gave up his body. Sarpa Jagya. He started a sacrifice, a fire sacrifice to kill all the snakes. All the snakes. Even the snake, the leader of the snakes, Basuki, he was going to fall down. He was just going to. At that time, Indra came. Many demigods came. Brahma came and they opposed. Janmaji, don't do like that. Don't do like that. Why you want to kill the innocent snakes? That means he is so attached to his father. Nice son, nice citizens, Brahmins, ministers. Everything was nice. But now when he associated with Sukadeva Goswami, he is realizing this is life. Therefore he is saying, I want to drink the nectar of Krishna Katha. I want to drink the nectar. Actually, without Krishna Katha, without Krishna Seva, without Krishna connected with Krishna, only material life is poisonous life, poisonous effect. Poisonous effect. Suffering. So our training in Krishna consciousness, we want to merge. This is abase called. 24 hours, we should be observed in Krishna consciousness. We have to mold our life in such a way. We have to mold our life. No time. Okay, I have to wake up, little rest, then wake up, then programs are there. Okay, I have to do these things. I have to do these things. I have to do these things. Like particular routine life. You understand? Particular routine life. Not lazy life. What I will do. You cannot say like that. Okay, then what to do? No. We want to observe, to march down ourselves, either in Krishna Bhajan or Krishna Seva, by hearing, chanting, reading, 24 hours busy. Otherwise, this poisonous effect of material nature will come to our heart. Parikshit knows these things. Sri Sukavacha Kalandya Kalyo Asit Hada Kasid Visagninam Sapyamana Payayasmin Patanti Pariga Khaga. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, within the river Kalindi, Jamuna, was a lake inhabited by the serpent KΑLIYA. Actually, this is KALIYA, he was not staying within the Jamuna. There was a lake nearby the Jamuna. When flood comes, the water go inside the lake. It is a lake, it is connected with Jamuna. When Jamuna became flooded, more water is coming, then this Jamuna water going inside to the lake. If Kaliya was staying within the Jamuna, then how people are living like in Mathura? Because Mathura people, they are drinking Jamuna waters. Vishwanath Chakravarti mentioning. They are using Jamuna waters. And Jamuna just flowing up to Gaya, you know, Trivedi. Up to Trivedi. And Trivedi, she merged with Ganga. So how people are residing? Because Kaliya is very furious. If Kaliya was residing within the Jamuna, no. This lake nearby the Jamuna, there is Prabhupada mentioning here. Sukadeva Goswami said, within the river Kalindi, Jamuna was a lake, within the. Inhabited by the serpent Kaliya, whose fiery poisonous constantly heated and boiled its water. Constantly heated and boiled the water. So poisonous. You know, like through machine you are boiling water. Eh? You know how it is, vapor is coming, boiling. And Kaliya is so furious. And Prabhupada mentioning fiery poisonous. And water. Constantly heated and boiled its water. Such poisonous. And indeed, the vapors thus created were so poisonous that birds flying over the contaminated lake would fall down into it. The birds, if they fly, the vapors is coming out. Just by touching air, when bird is flying, it touch the bird, immediately they fall down within the legs. So poisonous. That means by this way, Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami mentioning Kaliya, he was so powerful. So powerful. But Krishna want to play with such a poisonous snakes. And purport, in this regard, Acharyas explained that the Kaliya lake was situated apart from the main current of river. You see, Prabhupada have clearly mentioned. In this regard, Acharya explained that the Kaliya lake was situated apart from the main current of the river. Main current of the river. When flood coming, more water coming, then water go inside the lake. Otherwise, the Jamuna's water would have been poisonous even the cities like Mathura and the other place further away. This is not possible. And Parikshit Maharaj asking two questions. How Krishna punished Kaliya, and many yugas, from many yugas, how he was living there, why he came to Vrindavan. So then Sukadeva Goswami narrating. Viprusmata visodima marutena visar Marutena vimarsitaha mriyante tiragajasya pranina stira jangama. The wind blowing over that dead lake carried droplet of water to the shore simply by coming into contact with the poisonous breeze. All vegetation, what was that? Vegetation. All vegetation and creatures on the shore died. That means only one tree was there. This Kadamba tree, nearby the lake. Actually, you can't find any living entities residing nearby this lake, so poisonous lake. Mriyante tiraga jasya praninam stira jangama. Stira and jangama, moving and not moving. All other entities, you can't find anything there. Such poisonous effect. So bad cannot flow. And other creatures like grass, trees, nothing else. Only one tree. This tree was there. Which tree? The Kadamba tree. Krishna climbed over this Kadamba tree and he wanted to jump into this lake. He climbed over this tree. Then Acharya type next purport maybe Prabhupada. I don't know. whether this is in purport or not. No, yeah, maybe. Okay, we can read the purport. The word sthira, unmoving creatures, refer to the various types of vegetations, including tree, and jangama refers to the moving creatures such as animals, reptiles, birds, and insects. Srila Siddha Swami has quoted further description of this lake from Harivansha, Vishnu Puran. The lake was quite wide, 8 miles across at some point, and even the demigod could not cross over it. It is 8 miles. And demigod have no power to cross over it. You see, so poisonous. That means it is a difficult job for even for a demigod to kill, indirectly saying, to kill KΑLIYA. It is difficult job. But Krishna want to play with him. The water in the lake was very deep, and the immovable depth of this ocean could not be agitated. Approaching the lake was very difficult, for its shore was covered with holes in which serpents lives, and many big holes. There are 2 types of snakes, not 2, 3 types of snakes. Snakes sometimes, some snakes they can't live within the water. They are living outside the water, and some snakes they cannot live outside. They have to live within, and some snakes they are living both. The Siddha Swami mentioning, Prabhupada mentioning, and his purport. So within these lakes, 8 mile wide lakes, big holes are there, big holes. Usually snakes residing there, staying there. Actually, snakes have no power to make holes. I don't know how to explain all these things. You know, snakes they can't make holes. Generally, mouse creating holes. Snakes residing there. But who created these holes in KΑLIYA? I don't know. No one can. When he is mentioning that no creatures, not moving and non-moving creatures, nothing was there within the 8 mile. So big holes are there. Actually, for saintly persons, snake is one of our guru, one of our Siksha guru. Among 24 Siksha gurus, snake is also our Siksha gurus. We have to take some lessons from snake. Snake? What are the lessons from snakes? First one, he is always staying alone. Always staying alone. You see, you can't find snakes that are moving. No. You can't find. Few times you can see. When they meet each other, was that time. Otherwise, they are alone. And they are not speaking so many things. Snakes. They are not talking always. They are always silent. The saintly persons, if they want to follow snakes, they have to learn these things. They have to learn these things. Snake is always silent. Only talking when you want to beat him, you want to show him sticks, only, otherwise always silent. You never find snakes always. And he likes to stay alone. He's talking very less, and he's always satisfied. Whenever some food is coming, it does not mean always snake find foods. Especially in summer season, it is very difficult for snake to find out foods. But in rainy season, easily, because frogs always creating sounds. Different creatures, they are creating sounds. So easily, and snake, they have no ear. You don't know? What do you know? University there is no snake. Then we don't know. Snakes, they have no ear. Chakshusrava. This topic will come, this verse will come in this particular this chapter. Chakshusrava. By the ear, by the eye, they can hear. This is Krishna. Krishna created, you see, scientists are creating so many things. Krishna created such a poisonous creature, but he have no ear, but he can hear through eyes. This is Krishna. Chakshusrava. Therefore, snake's one name is Chakshusrava. Through eye he can hear. So he is always satisfied. Because very difficult to find out, especially in summer. Snakes, mostly you cannot find some, mostly they're fasting. And they're always, how can you say, maintaining their body through air. You know, in summer night, you see how now wind is just blowing. And they are usually standing their hoods like that and opening their mouth and only just, how can you say, allowing these winds to their stomachs. Oxygen. So only through oxygen they feed up their life. For many, for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. Sarpa pibanti pavala nahi durvalaste. One nice quote Maharāj instructor is saying, a human is always thinking, I want food, I am weak, I want these fruits, I want this milk, this vitamin. Always you see, human is always thinking, I am weak, I want this fruit, I want this one. Why you are thinking like that? You see how everyone is satisfied except human. He's just giving one words. Sarpa pibanti pavana nahi durvalaste. Snakes, they're just drinking, how can you say, just, yeah, we can say, they're eating only winds, air. They don't feel weak. They're maintaining their body, they're maintaining their poisons. Sarpa vivanti bhavala nahi durvalaste. Suska truna gaja balino bhavanti. Within the forest, you can see the big elephants, only they are maintaining body through dry leaves, you know. In summer, elephants, they don't find so many grass, so many green, how can you say, green leaves, vegetables. Very difficult sometimes find water. They are going miles and miles just to drink water. But the big elephants within the forest, they don't feel weak. They don't feel weak. And third one, another is Chapayanti kalam kanda phalamale manivaram khapayanti kalam. You can see, how can you say kanda? I don't know in English. Like potatoes, sweet potatoes. You can find in Munis, Rishis in previous age, actually there in forest there is sweet potatoes. They are not cooking before. Sadhus before they are not cooking. Through fruits and sweet potatoes, they are just maintaining their body. Elephant maintaining body through dry leaves. Snake maintaining body through air. And the sandal ones, they are maintaining their body through some fruits. So why human is always hankering? I want more, I want this one. He's saying, no, this is not actually. Santosam paramam dhanam, he's saying. Actually, if you satisfy, if you in any situation, in any condition, whatever is Krishna arranging, be satisfied. That is a real wealth for you. Satisfaction is a real wealth. If you have everything, nice wife, nice husband, or everything, but still you are not satisfied, you are poor. You understand? You have everything, you have money, everything, but you don't feel yourself satisfied. Satisfaction is not coming. You cannot get peace. You are a really poor person. Really poor person. Snakes. So, and also another teaching from snakes. What is that teaching? Snakes. Sadhu persons, those saintly persons, especially sannyasis, they should not build some house for themselves. They should not build some ashram, some house. Actually, sannyasis, they are building temples for Krishna. You see, in case of Goswamis, they are building such a nice temple like Govinda Radha Govinda temple, Madan Mohan temple. For Krishna, what they are staying? In mud hut. They are staying in mud hut. They don't want. And this is the lessons from snakes. What is that? Snakes actually not creating hole. Mouse creating hole. Snake entering to mouse hole and eating mouse and sleeping there. And this is the instruction for saintly persons. Just go to Grihastha ashram, you have a house, just stay in one night, just enjoy their money, just wake up, then next day you just go to another Grihastha house. Like snake doing some business. Snake is not staying permanently, not staying in one hole. He just enter to another. Every time he want to enter to different mouse holes so that he can eat mouse and he want to sleep there. Just residing for one day. Again when he became hungry, then again he just went to another mouse hole. This is snake business. And this should be sadhu's business. Don't do something for yourself. Just go, find out where is mouse, some grihastha is there. Just enter to his house, he will serve you. Just stay one night, take prasadam, give some instruction, then go to another grihastha's house. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. If you have one place, then you have to take care. You have to take care everything of my bed, my room, my this thing. Very difficult. All these are lessons from snakes. So now, who can knows around this lake? There was a fog generated by the fire of the serpent's poisonous, and the powerful fire would at once burn up every blade of grass that happened to fall into the water. Even a dry, how can I say, from far away, if wind brings a dry leaf or a dry grass, it's fall down within the lake of KΑLIYA, immediately burn. So poisonous. It is mentioned in Vishnu Purana. Srila Sanatana Goswami stated that by the mystical science of Jalastamba, making solid items out of water, KΑLIYA had built his own city within the lake. He already built a one city, Jalastamba. He knows mystic power. Although it was very poisonous, within the water, he built. So this is something Goswami's commentary. Jalastamba, making a solid items out of water, KALIYA had built his own city within the lakes. It is difficult for scientists. You see, but KALIYA knows this trick. He had a nice apartment there. Nice apartment there. But Krishna knows. Now Krishna wants, I want to play with KALIYA. Yes. Therefore is Krishna. Krishna, he can play with anyone. He can enjoy with anyone. Because his Supreme Personality of Godhead, he want to enjoy, he can enjoy anywhere, everywhere. Even when he was entering to mouth of Adasur, still he was enjoying. When he is lifting Govardhan, still he was enjoying. When he was dancing with gopis, still he was enjoying. When he was eating, opening a big mouth, assuming form of Govardhan, he was eating all these foodstuffs from Brajvasi, still he was enjoying. Always he was enjoying. You understand? We want enjoyment. What is enjoyment? What is enjoyment? Our material enjoyment is cause of suffering. But Krishna's, in spiritual world, this is the enjoyment. No suffering. Outwardly looks like suffering. When Krishna killing Dhenukasura, all this Pralambasura, playing with Kaliyas, all are blissful. Happiness. This is Krishna. This is beyond our imagination, beyond our intelligence. How Krishna enjoying with snakes? If there is some snake picture, you cannot touch. Touch it. You feel something. Oh, this next picture. But Krishna wanted to play with him. He wanted to enjoy. He's the enjoyer. If you want, he can enjoy with anyone. If you want. Actually, our life is to give enjoyment to Krishna. Therefore, we are devotees. Every moment, not every day, every moment, every span, every minute of our life, we have to prepare ourselves how to give pleasure to Krishna. How to give pleasure to Krishna. Because Krishna wants pleasure. Tang chanda vega visaviryamavekhya tenam društva nadi chakala sanjama avataram Krishna kadamba vadirudyam tatoti tungam aspatya gada rasanam nepatad visede. Lord Krishna saw how the Kaliya serpent had polluted the Jamuna river with his terribly powerful poison. Since Krishna had descended from the spiritual world specially to subdue the envious demons, the Lord immediately climbed to the top of the very high kadam tree and prepared himself for the battle. He tightened his belt, slapped his arm and jumped into the poisonous water. Just like, the fighters, when they are fighting, wrestlers are wrestling. Krishna just like that. He want to show his prowess. Actually, to whom he want to show his prowess? No one is there, only Kaliya and Krishna. Krishna is performing such Leela, enjoying. Tansanda Vekam, there was a very high Kadamba tree was there. Then one may ask question. Purport only Prabhupada mentioning. According to Acharyas, Lord Krishna also tied back the lock of his hair and he prepared to battle with Kaliya. He also tightly just say, lock of his hairs. And also tightly with some gamcha, some chadar. Just when wrestlers they want to fight, just bind something in his wrist. Yeah. So Krishna just want to become fight. You want to, if Kaliya is ready to fight with me, I am ready. And I am more powerful now. I am more powerful than Kaliya. You want to show. To whom? Actually to demigods. All the demigods, they are very fearful for the demons. Those are in Brajlila, like Aghasur, Bakasur, Putana. They are very, no one can subdue. No one can suppress all these demons. They are very powerful. But the demigods actually, they want to see how Krishna is killing all these demigods. Demons. 10.5 years, nearly 11 years, all the demigods, actually they are not drinking nectar. They forgot to drink nectar. Acharya sometimes mentioning, like we are always drinking water. Water is our life. And demigods usually always drinking nectar. But they forgot to drink nectar 11 years. Why? All are with their aeroplanes, all are coming and just residing over the Brajbhumi. They want, from morning to evening, they want to see the Krishna's Leelas, Leela Amrita. They are drinking this nectar. And where? See, above the cloud. Like our flight is going above the cloud. They have power to see. No Brajavasis, no other demons. No one knows. No one knows that demigods, they are just watching Krishna Leela. They forgot to drink nectar. They are just relishing how Krishna is playing. How Krishna is playing with Brajavasis, how Krishna is playing with cow, how he is just stealing makhan, butter, how he just doing all these Leelas. So sweet Leelas. So Acharya is mentioning, Prabhupada, he'll tie back the lock of his hair As he prepared to battle with KΑLIYA. Looks like he is ready to battle with KALIYA. If KALIYA wants to kill me or KALIYA wants to fight with me, I am ready. But Lord Krishna saw how the KALIYA serpent has polluted the Jamuna river within the terrible powerful poison. Since Krishna had descended from the spiritual world specially to subdue the envious demons. So Krishna climbed over, Prabhupada mentioning, to the top of the very high kadam tree. So one may ask question, and before verse it mentioning no moving, non-moving, nothing was there. But how this kadam tree was there? Is another question. So it was in Vishnu Purana, also in other Purans. Actually when Garuda came, Garuda was sitting there. When Garuda brings nectar from the heaven, so he was sitting there. And unknowingly, so when Garuda was praying or something, one drop of nectar just fell down there. So therefore this tree was still alive. It not influenced by KALIYA's poison. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioning in another way. He saying no. This kadam tree, he was just only living for one purpose. He knows one day Krishna will come and he will climb over me. He's climbed over me. He had such a faith. He had such a faith. He was just living with very, how can you say, he's struggling with hard labor, he was just living. He knows, although poisonous effect is there. You understand? When you develop such desire, okay, Krishna one day, he will shower mercy. So, when you develop such desire, although you are within this material world, although so many material anchorings, desires, everything is there, but you must have hope. Time will come, one day Krishna will accept me, Krishna will shower mercy to me. Actually, this is our hope. We must have faith. One day Krishna will accept me. Krishna will accept my service, Krishna will accept my mood. With this hope, we have to maintain our life. You should not think though, why Krishna is not helping now? Eh? Sometimes our mind is saying, why Krishna is not helping now? Why now? Why future? Why Krishna is not helping now? If someone is asking, you are chanting Hare Krishna, you are performing so many activities, but why Krishna is not helping now? Why in future? How to give answer? When you are facing problem in present moment, Krishna is not helping. But what is proves that Krishna will help you in future? If someone asks you a question, you have to give answer. How to answer it? Why Krishna is not helping us? Krishna is helping. Krishna is helping by putting all these dangerous calamities. Krishna is helping. And Krishna's help, actually Krishna, we want help means we want bodily pleasure. Help means materially bodily pleasure, sense pleasure. And Krishna's help is not for sense pleasure. Krishna, He will not allow us to enjoy more and suffer more. Krishna don't allow. Krishna wants, let's say, disease, material disease, the heart disease should reduce. He is suffering due to his heart disease. This is not Krishna's desire to give. Therefore, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Sanatana Sikha, Mahaprabhu mentioning, Krishna saying, I am not a fool. Ami vigya ye murkhe visaya kena diva socha ramrata diya visaya bhulaya. So he is a fool. Although he is serving me, but still he wants material things. He is a fool. But I am not a fool. I am a vigya, I am a learned person. Say murkha, he is a fool person. I am a learned person. Knowingly, how can I give poison? Therefore, if someone will ask you, why Krishna is not helping me? Yes, Krishna is helping. What is Krishna's help? It does not mean Krishna is supplying you so many material things, this is Krishna's blessings. No. This is Krishna's cheating. Krishna wants to cheat us. If Krishna wants to cheat someone, he will supply material things. If Krishna wants to shower his mercy, no, he will supply you something. What is necessary for your bhajan. What will not create disturbance in your bhajan. If Krishna, you are simple and Krishna will supply some things, some money, something, he will arrange something. It will not create disturbance in your bhajan. That is Krishna's arrangement. If you depend on Krishna, Krishna will supply. If you become stubborn, no Krishna, I want this thing, I want these things, then Krishna will give you something, and by this way you will lose your bhajan. This is Krishna. Krishna wants to cheat you. When you become stubborn, when you become happy to say, you are determined, Krishna, I want this thing, then Krishna, he have other plan, but you have another plan. Krishna, no, he is very stubborn. If I don't give, then he may give up my bhajan. Okay, let give him. Let them suffer. Krishna sometimes giving, but not happy. But actually this is Krishna's blessing. Krishna is not allowing us to enjoy more. He is not allowing us. He wants to reduce our this disease, material disease, enjoyment, propensity. Therefore, devotee is always facing material problems. Most of the time he is always facing material problems. And if he is not matured, he is thinking, I am a devotee, why I am facing all these material problems? You want to go to spiritual world. Why you want to become attached to material things? Your attachment is there. Therefore Krishna is creating problem. But if you are in material world, you have no attachment towards wife, children, everything, then Krishna will not create any problem. Pandavas, they had not wife, they have no kingdom, they have everything. But then they know everything belongs to Krishna. So when you think this belongs to me and I want to enjoy, then Krishna will create problem. Krishna will create problem. And just for realization, Krishna want, why not Krishna helping me now? But what sort of help you want? That is another question. You want spiritual life, Krishna is ready. But if you want material things, Krishna is not ready to give you immediately. He knows. If you have supply, then he will develop proud, he will not perform any bhajan, he will give up something. Krishna knows very well. So Krishna, like we are discussing this point, like Kadamba tree. How he was there? Kaliya's poisonous effect is very, I can say, very strong. But how he was there? Vishwanath Thakur mentioning, all the Purana is saying Garuda was sitting there, sitting over this tree. But this tree, he was so fortunate. He knows very well, Krishna one day come, he will climb over me, then my life will become success. It's a big tree, like Prabhupada mentioned, big and tall tree, strong tree. But he was tolerating for future hope. A devotee, whole life he just tolerate. He is facing so many problems for one thing. What is that? Krishna may shower mercy today. Like every day sun is rising, every day we are also developing our hope. Maybe today I can see Krishna. Maybe today Guru Krishna shower mercy so that I can solve my problems. This is devotee life, devotional life. This is devotee life. Not hopelessness. Oh no, it is not possible, man. Who knows Krishna when he will shower mercy? Who knows? No. Many devotees, if we discuss many devotees' life, their life is like that, like Akrur. Is it possible for you to stay with Kansa? No one can stay with such. We don't want. Even we don't want to stay with our brother if his attitude is not good. One brother, one father, one mother. Who can stay with Kansa? But Akrur, he knowingly, he knows Kansa is a worst person, bad person. knowingly he was staying with Kansa. Why? Most of the devotees left Mathura, but Akrura was there. Why? He knows, if I tolerate, time will come. Time will come. Krishna will come to Mathura. And Kansa, he will send to me to bring Krishna Balaram. I can see. I can see Krishna Balaram, I can see Brajbhumi, and I become a charioteer. He had this hope. Not hopeless. Just tolerating. Unless you tolerate, sometimes you tolerate and be hopeful. But we have two negative things. We have no tolerance power and always hopeless. If you add these two things, by association, you can get these two things. Always hope for future, and always you will develop tolerance power. If you don't do sadhu sangha, you lose your tolerance power, and always you feel hopeless. Always feel hopeless. So this Kadamba tree, hopefully tolerating everything, is hopefully he was waiting. Krishna will come and he will climb over. And that happened. Just Krishna climb over this tree. Tomorrow we'll hear, we'll jump inside KΑLIYA lake. And he was swimming within the KALIYA lake. Then KALIYA lake, KALIYA came to know, oh, who is swimming here? Small guy, he's swimming for the waters, the waves of the waters. When it just stopped, the body of KALIYA feels so much pain. Then he just developed angerness. This is Krishna. Even you want to enjoy with snake, you want to play with snake in a different mood. Mood was totally different. KALIYA is very furious, in angry mood, and Krishna was in playing mood. Bas, this is Krishna. Krishna was in playing mood. Krishna was not in angry mood. He was in playing mood. He was just dancing on the hood of KALIYA. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, if you have some question, you may ask.
I hear there was a snake there's a snake in Korea we call one step. But when it bites you, you make only one step and you will be dead. A small snake.
Oh, yeah, many, in India, many varieties of snakes are there. Many varieties of snakes.
And generally people kill it as soon as they see it.
Yeah, many poisonous snakes. Immediately, some snakes are there. Immediately, you die. But actually, snakes will not bite you. Like yesterday we were discussing. Snakes, fire, water, wind, accident, thunderbolt. Everything happen according to your destiny. When time will come. I saw in my life many times. Snakes here, I am here. When I was preparing this, these altars in Bhubaneswar, the altars, Krishna Balaram altars, the wooden altars. I was staying alone within a farm. This farm, like this place. You cannot find, within the green field, there was a farm. Some rich man. I said, I want to stay here, nice place, lonely place. Because I'm just preparing this wooden altar. One day, at that time I have my Gaur Nitai. I was worshipping evening time, I was just performing kirtan, sitting and performing kirtan, and after Gayatri, I'm paying obeisances. When I just returned, I saw a very poisonous snake, black one. I know his name in Uriya different. He was like that, just in my back. Then I know snakes are here. I know I am always keeping one sticks, and I'm just beating like that. And I say, hey, chalo, just going outside. And next day, another day, I was reading outside, evening time. I'm just reading. One step, I'm just reading over the steps, and my leg was under the steps. And the snakes is going like that. The black snakes. Very poisonous snakes is going. They will not touch you. They will not touch you. So many varieties of snakes are there in India, in many parts, different parts. And especially nearby the rivers, many snakes are. Because fish, frogs, different, they can find different foods, insects, many things there. Especially where the place is very muddy and always, I can say, wet, soil is wet, there are many snakes. But still people are living there. They don't have fears. Sometimes, in mud hut, when we are small, we are sleeping and looking towards our, how can you say, the roof, and snake is going. We saw. Father knows, mother knows. They knows, he will go, no problem. Sometimes in wall, in India, before we were using muds, within the walls the snakes moving like that. We are sleeping, we know, he will go in his own way. And most of the times, we are paying obeisances. This was our tradition. We are paying obeisances. Yeah. Many snakes are there. But we are not afraid of snakes. Holy name is so powerful. In first canto, Jad viveti swayam bhayam. Krishna is so powerful and his holy name is so powerful. Even personified fearness, he is developing fear towards holy name. Means Jamaraj, the time factor. Time developing fearness towards holy name. What to speak about other things? What to speak of others? So we should not develop fearness toward anything. What will be a snake, accident, virus, this, like people are saying contagious disease, these things. I don't believe all these things. I don't believe. I know. We have to believe in statement of Acharyas. We are taking so much, or we are cleaning. You have to clean your hand before eating. But I can show you. You can come with me now. I can show you in village area. Small boys, they are just eating. Sometimes they are eating ripe bananas mixed with mods. Many times it's fall down. Many times it's fall down. Sands are there, mods are there. Still they are cleaning and eating. They are not infected by disease. They are not infected. They are sleeping. They are sleeping. They have no house. They are sleeping in polythene. You understand? With polythenes. And nearby the drains, drains, wastage water, drain water is going. Nearby they are sleeping. In small town, you go to Pattamundai, you can see. Nearby the drain, they have small house. Always bad odor smell is going. Why not? They are not infected by contagious disease. But we are drinking filter water. Still we are saying, oh, I have this. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentioning therefore, Roga Soka Mrityu Bhaya, Tava Ichha Mata Bhaya, Tava Ichha. Tava Ichha Sada Valava. Your willing power is always powerful. Your willing power, Krishna's willing power. If you want, you can give me disease. I will suffer in disease. I will suffer in lamentation. Roga, Soka, Mrityu. I will die. And fearness. It is coming. These 4 things. He said 4 things. Disease, lamentation, Roga, Soka, Mrityu, fearness. Death and fearness. Mostly we are suffering with these 4 things. Always we have fearness toward 4 things. And Tava Ichha Mata Hai. All these things are happening according to your will. And if someone asks, why? Why according these things happening according to Krishna's will? Tava Ichha Sada Balabha. Why? No one can ask, why this thing? Why Krishna controlling everything? He's saying, no. Your willpower is very powerful. No one can cross over your willpower. It's Krishna's. If Krishna wants, disease will come, the virus will come. If Krishna don't want, nothing. Nothing. It is up to Krishna. We must have faith. This is the most important thing, faith. Okay. जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, निताई गौर प्रमानंदे, हरि हरि।